Hello, YouTube subscribers, and hello, Facebook. First game of the season is in the books between the University of Michigan, the Michigan Wolverines versus New Mexico. I'm live in Ann Arbor, Michigan. I had a chance to go to the big house to watch the game live. The atmosphere was electric. The atmosphere was special. Anytime there's a night game, it's special. It's special. So, let's talk about the game. From what I've seen, Bryce Underwood, man, I think he's going to be the real deal. I know this is only the first game of the year, but for Bryce and his first start as a Michigan player, Bryce Underwood, man, he's right now, from what I saw tonight, I think Bryce Underwood is going to be special. Now, let me say this. I'm not going to say that Bryce Underwood is going to be perfect. He's going to have games that he's going to do some boneheaded plays. But keep in mind, Bryce Underwood is a freshman. This is his first season playing collegiate football. It's going to be different for him because he's not in high school anymore. He is on the collegiate level. So things is going to be a little bit faster for Bryce. But from what I saw from Bryce Underwood, he's the real deal. And I think he's gonna do great things. But what concerns me tonight is our offensive line. What concerns me is, I believe, our defense. Our defense was kind of shaky at times throughout the game. But the defense, they made some plays. They picked off some balls. Caused some turnovers, got the ball. Our defense, they did enough for tonight against New Mexico. Is this the best performance of Michigan? No. Nah. And next week, Michigan got Oklahoma on the road. And it's not going to be a picnic. So, Michigan got to clean up some penalties. They got to clean up these penalties. Michigan has to be sharper when it comes to the offense. The offensive line needs to get tough. They need to be tougher because they finna go up against Oklahoma next week. So far, I'm kind of like 60-40 when it comes to my confidence in this team, because they're young. Most of these players are freshmen, and so they're gonna have to go through some growing pains, just like Bryce Underwood has to go through some growing pains. We lost a lot on defense. We lost Will Johnson. We lost Kenneth Grant. We lost Mason Cole. I mean, not Mason Cole. We lost Mason, and we lost Makari Page. So we lost some key guys on defense. We lost some key guys, but that means everybody else has to step up. Michigan could have easily lost this game, but here's the thing. The referees wasn't any help. And I think the referees was trying to sabotage Michigan's season before it started by making all these terrible calls against Michigan. Like this targeting call. The man led with his shoulder, not the crown of the helmet, but with the shoulder. And the refs called it targeting. Everybody with eyeballs see that play, and they can see if they know football, that is not a targeting. That man did not target that player with a crown in his helmet. He led with the shoulder. That's how you tackle. You lead with your shoulder, not with the helmet. And he led with the shoulder. And replay showed it. But still the refs, they call it a unjust targeting call against the guy. And now New Mexico scored a touchdown as a result. 15-yard penalty for no reason. 15-yard penalty for no reason at all. And not just that call, it's a lot of calls that was against Michigan, and the refs was, they did a horrible job tonight. They did a horrible job. I don't want to hear about the refs did the best they could and all that's bull crap. Because the whole time when the refs was making these calls, it was against Michigan. It was lopsided. And every person that loves football and watches that game can see that all those calls was against Michigan. They tried everything they could to sabotage our season. But luckily, Michigan pulled it off. They won. Final score, Michigan 34, New Mexico 17. So, Michigan got to take this week. They got to study, make some improvements, because next Saturday, Michigan is not going to be at home. They're going to be on the road. They got to play against Oklahoma in Norman, Oklahoma. That's going to be a tough atmosphere. Michigan got to win that game in week 2. If Michigan wins next week, Michigan should be ranked higher than 14. But if Michigan loses, Michigan might just be unranked going into week 3. But this is just the start of the season. The good news is there's always room for improvement from both the offense and defense. But besides Bryce Underwood, another guy that gives me hope for the season, and that's our kicker, Dominic Zavada. This dude is another Jay Moody. It's like this man can't miss. So we just need everybody to improve, step their game up. Bryce, step your game up. Zavada, keep doing what you're doing. And I guarantee, week 2, when Michigan got to travel on the road to play that first road game, to play a true test against Oklahoma, I think Michigan has a chance to pull off the victory. But it all depends on the players, how hungry they are, how much desire do they have to win. It all depends on those things. Sherrone Moore, it all depends on how he prepares the team. It all depends on Wink Martindale with the defense. Put the defense in a position to win. It all depends on Chip Lindsey, the offensive coordinator, to put our offense in a position to be successful. And stop being so conservative. You can't be conservative against Oklahoma and you think you're going to win, because it's not going to happen. Sometimes if you're 4-1 and 4-2 and you almost deep in your territory, you're deep within the enemy's territory, you got to go for it. Especially if it's 4th and 1, you got to go for it. Even if you are unsuccessful, at least you can say you went for it. When you start playing conservative like that, chances are you're intimidated. That means you're kind of afraid to take chances. But that's why I'm not a head coach. Sherrone Moore's the head coach. That's his call. But I enjoyed the game, man. It was an entertaining game. It was a time that New Mexico was scoring, man. New Mexico was trying to, threaten Michigan, in the second half of the game. New Mexico found some life. But luckily Michigan pulled it off. They put enough points on the board. The referees couldn't decide the game tonight. So congratulations to Michigan on their first win of the season. So now Michigan just had to clean some mistakes. They got to sharpen some things. They got to do better on some things and get ready to face Oklahoma, because that's going to be a true test. Now, like I said, if Michigan beats Oklahoma next Saturday, Michigan is going to be probably in the top 10 when it comes to the rankings from the AP poll. Now, if Michigan loses, even though against Oklahoma, Oklahoma's not even ranked, Michigan might end up falling all the way down to 20-something, or might end up just being unranked. So Michigan better be prepared and get ready to play a team in Oklahoma that's trying to make a name for themselves as well. You know, so that's all I got for you tonight. Oh yeah, unrelated to Michigan football, did y'all see Alabama lost against Florida State? Alabama, the Roll Tide, lost against Florida State today. The first game of the season, Alabama lost to Florida State. Anytime Alabama loses, it's a good day for America. And just like when OSU loses, even though they beat Texas, 14-7 was the final, but anytime OSU loses, we win as Michigan fans. So that's all I got for you. Whoever watched the game, I hope you enjoyed it, because I sure did. I was there. I was at the stadium. And every game, they always say how many people attended the game. They always give a number of how many people actually attended the game. Tonight, over 110,000 people was at the game. 110,000. Wow, that's a lot. So, everybody, I'm about to hit this road. It's time for me to head back home. Y'all be safe. Y'all have a good night. And until next time, go Blue. Peace.